Hello, hello, and welcome to A Mind Elevation with Shavariel. That is me. Happy Saturday. Happy April 1st. Not April Fools, because we don't do April Fools here. All right. May everyone have a great Saturday. And also, again, staying safe and enjoying your life in righteousness, may I add. So, today's video, I would just like to say to parents, you guys are strong. I'm talking about you, we are strong, okay? Let me tell you something. Because being a parent takes patience, all right? Let me tell you something. To be a parent, to be a good parent, takes an enormous amount of patience. Let me tell you why. Because once you pass that newborn baby stages, and the child is transitioning from toddler to now young child, young boy, young girl, you will be asked a million questions about every little thing, which is okay because a child is inquisitive. They're curious. They've been on this earth for a few years, even if it's like 6, 7, 8 years. They're going to ask a lot of questions. They're still getting to know the world. So, just growing up, adults ask questions. Children, though, they ask a lot of questions. Again, which is okay. Just be prepared to answer all of those questions. So, because the children want answers. And so there's that. Then you have to be teacher, nurse, doctor, guardian, protector, provider. Now, there are icky things when being a parent, when you're going from newborn stages and then into young children stages. Now, nobody said this was going to happen, but even while the child is still young, you're still going to have to smell their bowels discharge. What do I mean by that? Even with young children, when they are not feeling well or something like that, and they have an accident in their pull-up or their pamper, not pamper, but their pull-ups, or even in their big girl or big boy's underwear, there is no set time when these things happen. So you could be in the middle of dinner or lunch or breakfast. I don't say breakfast, but your morning meal. And some stuff happens and you have to smell that stuff while you're like in the middle of a meal or right before you get going to your meals or something right before you go to bed or whatever the case may be. And even when the child grows, that does not stop. I know that at some point the child goes by themselves, but you still got to go and clean that toilet, right? So it's just like, oh man. So that's like the icky part. I know we do it as adults. We clean up after ourselves, but that extra person or persons in your children is just like, oh my goodness gracious. I got to smell this. So there's that. And then there's just like this thing of knowing you are the parent and that is your child. So always staying consistent with you being the parent in a parent role and the child as a child in a child's role. So here's what I mean by that. There are certain pressures from certain children that they put pressures on their parents to bend to what they want to do as a child. So, especially what I notice about some only children, not all, but some only children feel that because they're the only child, they would want to like get away with certain stuff, or not get away with certain stuff, but have extra done for them because they don't have a sibling, and and they may be a single parent. Well, not single parent, but the father or the mother may not be in the home because there are single fathers. So the mother may be absent, or for the mothers that are with the child, the father may be absent and out of the home. And so what I can tell you is that always know that you are the parent. Do not push yourself beyond appropriation. That's the word I'm going to use for it. Do not push yourself to show your child I'll say it this way. Do not push yourself beyond healthy boundaries, okay? That child or children may want extra things, or because you work all the time, they may want to do extracurricular activities or whatever the case may be. But what I'm saying to you as a parent is, if it's going beyond like healthy boundaries, to say like, look, I know I worked like a 50 to 60 hour week last week, and you want to go over your friend's house to spend the night for 2 nights. And I normally don't allow that because I don't know how these children are raised, and I don't know what goes on in that child's home with those parents. But the child may be like, please, mom and dad, or please, mom, or please, dad, can I go? You worked all week last week and we didn't get to go out as much. Can I please go? And it may be tugging on your heartstrings. But again, this is going beyond the healthy boundary. You could say like, no, because you know that for your safety, I'm not comfortable with you going to somebody's house, over your friend's house. I'm not comfortable with that, and I would not put you in an unsafe situation. That child may be disappointed at the time, but trust me, your safety instincts are always correct. And it don't have to be that situation. It could be something different, to say like, hey, can we stay out an extra hour at the playground, or something, to where it's just like, okay, we've already been here 3 hours, 4 hours, hey, we got to get going. Once we get home, I still have to bathe you, I still have to put dinner on the table, and we still have to do this and this. Like, no, thank you. It's time to go. It's time to go. Let's go home. We've been here 3 hours already. Something like that. So, and in that, I just say, know what your healthy boundaries are as a parent. And if you're doing everything possible that you are doing for your child, your children, and children don't necessarily know that because they're not seeing you go to, well, they are seeing you go to work, but they don't know like the back end of things, to know that in order to eat, you have to work a shift, or in order to eat, they have to go to like multiple meetings or have Zoom meetings, or maybe you're an entrepreneur, so you have to go into your business, into your brand building, your business, 4 days out of the week or 5 days out of the week. You have employees, so your presence needs to be there, as far as letting them know what the team meetings are, or what's the sales goals, or what kind of designs they come up with. If you have like a tech company, or even for a production company, you have to talk to people and spend that time making business moves, so that you are able to feed your family. And that child may feel a certain way, and it's understandably so, because they just see the money coming in and it being spent. They don't know that this stuff takes work. They don't know that in order to pay the bills, you have to give your time and your ideas and your creativity and your artistic arts ideas, because I don't want it to sound autistic, artistic, creative endeavors. It takes a lot to keep the lights on. It takes a lot to pay that child's tuition, school tuition. It takes a lot to feed you and your family. It takes a lot to make sure the bills are paid. It takes a lot to make sure you have life insurance. It takes a lot to provide everything that you need. And children don't see that. They just see the money come in and it being spent. And that's where the misunderstanding is, because they don't see it, but they're children. You can explain it to them in a way that they could understand, but even then, they're children. And you have to understand as an adult that there's just like a gap there. They're children. So, I mean, ask yourself, did you really understand at that age what it meant to like really pay bills? Probably not. None of us did. We just saw money, or we just saw, whenever we went into stores, we were just leave with bags, and it's just like, I didn't even see my mom pay. Not like that, but you could be saying like, I didn't even see my dad pay for anything. Like, we just got bags and just went, not knowing that he had to go to the cashier, pay his card, or pay money for those things in exchange to get that what you needed. So, but yeah, we are strong as parents. Let me tell you, anytime you got to tell another human being multiple things multiple times, it's like, oh man. And you know what? That be the thing, as parents, when you were younger and your parents is just like, one day you'll understand when you get kids, not even knowing that when you get kids and you were that kid growing up and then you have kids, your parents sitting back saying, ha ha, we got him. Or ha ha, we got our daughter. I know she must be just up and busy, or up and going after those kids. We told you. You thought it was easy, huh? Didn't want to listen to us, huh? Now you get to see. Give me my grandbaby. Okay, all right, going back to your parents. Going back to your parents. We've already been there. But yeah, so. But you're strong. Even if you have one child, you are strong. Let me tell you, multiple children, boy, that is a lot on your plate. But if you have one, let me tell you, one is a lot of work too. It's another human being that they are growing. They're growing. They're growing with you, and you're growing with them. They're getting to know you, and you are getting to know them. It's a whole nother human being. So I say that to say, may parents be blessed. Oh, yes. May you be blessed in strength and energy and patience by the Lord. So, may this find you well and gives you good courage and strength for the next moment, for the next day. And love on your children. Love on your children every moment. And you make sure that they love you. You ask that child, hey, did you love me? Give them some brain teasers. Do you love me? Huh? Do I provide for you? And children are going to be honest. They're going to be honest. They're going to be blunt. They are going to be forward. So you ask that child, hey, okay? When we are at work, let me tell you something. One more. When we are at work, we get evaluations. I don't care if you're the president of president of the United States even get evaluation. You want to know what it's called? The approval rate, okay, of the citizens of that country. Some say yay, some say nay, okay? That feedback is going somewhere. So even the president, okay, gets feedback. Get that feedback from your children. It may hurt sometimes, and they may be right. Just find that area that you can improve, or that opportunity for you to get better. I go through that and I'm sure a lot of other parents do, but you have to ask your children though. Don't just let it be one-sided, like I love you, you love me. No. Ask some questions. Am I doing a good job? Is there something I can do better? Do you need something from me? Is there anything more that I can give you that you need from me? And that child will tell you. And all I can say is just with that feedback, don't it's to better the relationship between you and your child. So again, we get evaluated on our jobs, even if you're the president of the country, even if you're CEO of something. We are always getting feedback. That feedback is to help us be stronger, help us be better. Okay? So, may this find you well and have a good evening. We'll talk again soon. If you are new to this channel, and even if you're not new, you're a subscriber, I want to thank you for watching this video, for giving me your time. And if you are new, go ahead and subscribe to Mind Elevation. Come on now. We're the Elevation Nation. Come on now. Come on all over here. We're growing and continue to grow. And we've got some exciting things in the future. And I want you to be a part of it too. Because again, this is about us being healthy, elevating our lives, elevating our minds to be healthy, to better ourselves. And when we better ourselves, we better those around us. And also, we love better. So, we love on each other better when we're doing better. So, have a good evening, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.